I got another product review for you guys, and this time it's from the company Melonare. We're going to be reviewing their wireless in-ear monitoring system. It's a stereo or mono in-ear monitoring system. Comes with a body pack, receivers, earphones, 10 tunable frequencies, 200-foot range for musicians, artists, bands, studio, etc. Let's get into it. Okay, so short disclaimer, Melonare did send me this product, but all the opinions expressed in this video are mine and mine alone. Y'all know how it goes. So I'm gonna check this out and give you guys my best opinion of how good of a product I think it is, and hopefully you will be able to determine whether this is right for you or not. If you want to see other product reviews, check the links in the description below. A little bit about Melonare. Melonare delivers budget-friendly, user-friendly audio solutions for every entertaining moment. Whether for karaoke with friends or sound monitoring at small gigs, we provide the right system for you, bringing affordable joy and convenience. Is that so, Melonare? Because we about to find out. Let's go. They sent it to me in a bag, so we're not even going to use a knife. We're just going to rip this thing open. Let's get it. Okay, here we go. This is the Melonare wireless stereo and mono. This is the Melonare wireless stereo and mono in-ear monitor system. Get you a good look at that. You can see from the top-down camera, system features supports mono stereo mode selection for flexible audio configurations. There's a mic in port, enables seamless communication between sound engineers and musicians. Mix output port, which allows integration with other monitoring systems for expanded setups. Pretty cool. Stereo headphone input ensures accurate mixing on certain consoles. I don't know what other kind of stereo consoles you would have. Independent volume left and volume right controls allow precise input audio volume adjustments for the left and right channels. Very cool. Digital transmission with 24-bit depth and 48 kilohertz sampling rate delivers superior sound fidelity. Honestly, with a budget brand like this, I was thinking like maybe 16-bit and 44.1 kilohertz, but they already got the 24-bit depth and 48 kilohertz, which means it should provide pretty good sound. UHF 500 megahertz frequency hopping circuitry with 10 adjustable channels minimizes interference and ensures ultra low latency. It offers a 200-foot transmission range for reliable performance, and last but not least, one transmitter connects unlimited receivers for scalable setups. Unlimited receivers? Woo-wee. All right, well, let's check out the box. So it came in the bag, and it's not taped up on the inside. So I would have expected this to be, taped up where you open it up. It really doesn't matter. It was in the bag. It's not like somebody got into it, and if they did, I can see the bag ripped. But sometimes I have received things in the mail where the bag has been ripped open and it looked like somebody has gotten in there. Well, let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. Okay, just like most products, they have this foam on the top for protection, right? So that's good. We got your user manual. Like I always say, when you get these things, make sure you look through them. It tells you how to use it for one, and they usually have warranty information in here where you can register your device on their own website. You definitely want to check out the user manual. I'm talking to all you men out there. Looks like everything's wrapped up really nice and tight. They got this foam padding in here, which is cool. Let's pull this out. Okay, we have our unit here, and this has one antenna to it. Looks like we have the two channels right here and a volume knob for each channel. We have our power button here, set button, and this looks like it would be the channel switch buttons. We have a mic input right here and a headphone jack right here. On the back side, we have a volume right and a volume left, and then you have this mix out, and that's going to take both of the channels into one signal and mix it into one direct out. And then of course your DC in for your power block. See if you can take a look at that here. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the contents. So here it looks like we have the two body packs right here. We got some headphones, the power pack, and a cable for your line out. Let's take a look at these headphones. Now, with any budget brand like this, you're not going to get a great quality of in-ear monitors. That's the headphones right here. Hopefully I can find out which one is left and which one is right. There it goes. Let me see how it feels in the ears. It's not uncomfortable. It just isn't like a regular in-ear monitor. You know, the kind that goes over your ear and is kind of made a little better to fit inside of your ear. These will work, but I still recommend whenever you get an in-ear monitor device that you buy your own in-ear monitor buds. You can usually get really good sounding buds for pretty cheap on Amazon or something like that. I always keep these for a backup. So we got two of these. You have your mono cable out. This would plug into the mono out right here in the back. to link it to another device or send your out to another console. Now we have the power block. This goes into the wall and this goes right into the back of the device, right where we have this DC in right here. Looks like they gave us some batteries as well. It's always a nice gesture when companies send you batteries. A lot of times you'll use your own, you'll buy your own batteries, high quality batteries, but it's always good to have these. And I've learned a lot of times when I use the batteries that the company provides for me, they last a long time. Now here we go with the body packs. Body pack 1, body pack 2. Let me put these in front of you all so you can see them. So these body packs are made out of plastic. They feel really light. Looks like we have our headphone in, a power button, and a volume knob. On the back is pretty straightforward. You got your clip for your belt or your pocket, and of course the antenna. So let's go ahead and put this box away and we'll get this plugged in and see how it sounds. All right, let's go ahead and put some batteries in this thing. Now I need my knife. Cutting the plastic off the batteries. So the batteries don't really add much weight to it. It just feels like a really light pack, so you're not really going to notice it on your hip or on your pocket, wherever you keep it. Interesting thing about these, it has a power button. A lot of in-ear monitor packs, the volume is also the power button. So when you turn the volume all the way down, it clicks and turns it off. And that first click when you turn the volume up, it will turn the body pack on. This one instead has an actual power button. So let's power this on. It's powered on. It has an orange light to it. I prefer the blue or the white lighting versus the orange. However, if you're in a dark area and you don't want it too bright, the orange light is a little easier on the eyes. But you can still see it even in a dark place. So the main thing is that it lights up and it works, right? Let's plug in the transmitter and we'll find out. All right, we got it plugged in. I want to turn it on, and after this, I'm going to get a mic cable, plug it in, and we're going to test the sound. Powering on now. All right, we see that it is already synced to channel 2. I know I said I don't really like the orange on the body pack, but man, it looks really crisp and clear on the screen for the transmitter. Here you can see where you can change channels from 10 all the way down to 1. Let's get the batteries in this one now. Power me on. Yay, channel 2. They're both on channel 2. Boom, 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 boom. So we have both body packs on, powered. They're both synced to the device. Looks like everything was plug and play just to get it started and going. I'm really curious at the sound quality of these because right now, at the time of this review, this stereo unit is for sale on Amazon for $149. And that's a really good price for a stereo in-ear monitor system. You can find budget-friendly in-ear monitor systems that are mono for prices like that or even less. But to have a stereo in-ear monitor system for $150 or less, that's insane. Okay, time to get my mic cable. Okay, so I'm gonna run this out of my interface headphone jack. And in order to do that, I'm gonna use an XLR adapter to 1/4 inch. And so I'm just gonna plug this in right here. Now this adapter does not come with this unit. It is an adapter that I already have and own. So if you're using devices like this, I strongly recommend that you have adapters, XLR to 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch. All these kind of adapters come in handy in times that you would least expect it. Okay, let's plug this into my interface. Oh, there it is. And just for the giggles of it, I am going to use the earbuds that they sent with the product, or else it just wouldn't be a full review, you know? I have a feeling what these earbuds are going to sound like, but I'm going to go ahead and use them anyways. At least they sent them to you when you have the spare earbuds, even if you don't use these, along with some other ear inserts in case your ear is smaller or bigger. You can swap these little things out right here to make them fit your ear better. Which one is the left or which one is the right? It's got to be this way. Melonare, please put an L and an R on these things. Yeah, this is how they must go. Now I have it plugged in and I am going to turn the volume all the way down so I don't blow my ears. And I'm going to just move this volume to about 50%. And I'm going to pull up Spotify. Let's search for an artist. How about that guy Word Rat? Okay, so it's in stereo mode. I hear it coming through. Woo-wee. So I have the volume all the way up right now. And it's really hard to hear even with this volume at 50%. When you use this device, make sure that the board you're running from or whatever interface or whatever device you're sending the audio signal into this here, make sure you have a good gain level on that before it even gets into here. Because the gain level I typically have set for my headphones for studio purposes when I track and record in my vocal booth it is not even close to the volume I need to be able to hear the music if I was going to use it for in-ear monitoring, for like stage performances, things like that. But then again, when I'm tracking vocals in my vocal booth, I don't have the music in my ears as loud as I would for a live performance anyways, because I don't want the bleed through to come into the mic. So there's that to consider. That being said, let me go ahead and turn up the volume on my interface to my headphones just a little bit more. It's at 50% right now, which should be good enough, but I'm going to turn it up to like 60-70%. So let's turn this up. I'm going to move it up to, it's about 60-65% right now. Turn this back down, turn this back all the way down, and play the music. So I have this unit at 50% and the receiver is all the way up 100%. I still have to bring this up to like 75% on a unit in order for it to be loud enough for me to feel like I can use this in a practical way on stage. So let me go ahead and turn it to mono to see if I hear a difference. Okay, it's in mono now, and I hear the sound coming in both ears. Now, what this means is that you're not going to have the stereo imaging with instruments on left and right. It's all coming down to center. You hear it in both ears, but it's one mono signal. So all you would do to make this stereo is to connect another mic cable to this and to another out from your board or your interface. That way you can have a left and a right out. Still not real thrilled about the volume level, but it is doable. And keep in mind, I am using my headphone jack on my interface. I'm not bringing this out of a mixing board where I would normally have gain faders and a gain knob. You would definitely have more control with that, and you could get a louder signal. But for studio purposes, I would probably rather use my normal setup. Okay, so now I'm going to use this cable and go out of this device and directly into my interface. That way you all can hear it. For right now, I'm going to use the mix out, which is a mono signal, put it into my interface. I use Studio One Pro, so we're going to be recording this in Studio One. I have a song pulled up on Spotify. We're going to record this, and that way you all can hear what it sounds like coming out from the mix out, and you're probably going to hear exactly what I hear. So let's push play now.
Apology. Yeah. From the Middle English word apology, meaning formal confess. Rooted all the way back in the Greek word humans against divinity. Yeah, we bring in illumination from the Trinity. Waiting on a blessed hope appearance of the King of Kings, our God and Savior Jesus Christ. Titus chapter 2:13.
Let me know what you thought it sounded like in the comments. Now we're going to do a distance test. If you're using wireless gear, it is always best to use when you have a line of sight. What that means is when this receiver can see this transmitter and there is a line of sight between their antennas. No matter how expensive of a product you get, you always have a potential for dropouts when you obstruct the line of sight from the receiver and the transmitter. Same thing goes with wireless microphones, etc. Unfortunately, you're not going to hear what I'm hearing in here because I have the device and there's no way for me to get the sound of what I'm hearing in here into your ears, into my studio, because I got to hear it in my ears. So you're going to have to trust me on this one. So let's head on out. All right, so we're outside. I have the unit with me on my little patio table here, and I've got the unit on my pocket right here. We'll give this thing a fair shake, change the channel. Maybe that'll help out. I'm gonna walk away from it. Let's go walking. I guess I'm about, I don't know, probably about 15-20 feet away, and I'm still hearing it. Still coming in real nice. Okay. I'm about 25-30 feet away. Ooh. It doesn't like it. So if I'm facing it, it's good. It's coming in. As soon as I turn around, I start hearing the cutouts immediately. It starts having this like robotic sound to it. So I am walking yep. I'm turning around facing it where it can actually see the body pack. But if I turn it around, it cuts out almost all the way. So just the thickness of my body within about, I don't know, 70 feet. And this thing's cutting out. So if you're going to use this, make sure you're staying on stage and you're not going far away from the unit. What I would say is with the volume that I have it on, 100% on the pack, on the body pack, and about 75% on the transmitter, it's at a volume right now where I could perform with this. But I'm here right next to it. So if I'm around 15-20 feet away from it, it's good. So if you're going to get this unit, make sure that you're going to be using it on stage and you're not having the transmitter and the receiver like 100 feet away. Let's go back into the studio. So there you go, kids. That was the distance test outdoor. I'm going to put all this stuff away. All right, guys. So that's the Melonare wireless stereo and mono in-ear monitoring system. If I didn't have any in-ear monitoring systems already, and I was looking for a budget-friendly on a low budget, I might look into something like this. $150, you get a stereo and mono in-ear wireless system. That's hard to beat. But at the same time, if you want something that's more reliable that you could take out into the crowd with you, maybe have a little bit better transmission power, there's tons of brands out there, so I'm sure you can find something. All in all, it's not a bad product. And like I said, something that I would use if I was on a really tight budget and I didn't have anything already. So shout out to Melonare for making something that works decent for a really good price. Hey guys, unfortunately, I had to add this little clip in here to give you all a little context about what went down with the company that I'm working with to do this product review. And once again, I think the product is great. The range could be better. It's crystal clear, but I need to be honest and upfront with y'all. So whether a company pays me to do a review or they just give me the product to do the review, I still reserve all the rights to express my own opinions because I want to be completely honest with you all. This particular review was a paid review. And once again, still holding the rights to express my own opinion about the product. I did all the work, did all the video editing, which took a lot of time, in the agreement with an exchange of a small monetary amount. And they were also going to review the video unlisted before I published it out to YouTube. They haven't responded back to my multiple attempts for their opinion on the video if they wanted to edit anything, and they have never fulfilled their end of the deal and the compensation they promised that was listed in the contract that I signed. I've decided to go ahead and release the video anyways, but to add this disclaimer in here. It's pretty bad that I have to add this disclaimer because nobody wants to do this kind of thing. It's bad for business and it doesn't look good on the companies. And quite frankly, I don't like to do that. But I put the work into the video and I'm still going to be giving this unit away, and I still think it can be useful, and I still think it's worth what the price is. I don't know how this reflects on their customer service, but I know for me, the communication started out great and then it just cut off completely. And I'm not sure why. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the review. And if this product is for you, the links are down below in the description of this video. Now, I'm going to be giving this away on my live music review show. That happens every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. If you want a chance on winning this for free, you got to be in the live broadcast. I review Christian rap music. Artists send me in their songs, I give it a review, we play it, you get comments from other people who are listening. And so if you would like an opportunity to win this, make sure you're in the live broadcast. Last time I did a giveaway, we had a great time. So once again, going to be giving this away in my live music review, and that happens every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called the Rat Cave Live Music Review. Thanks, Melonare, for sending this out to me and giving me the opportunity to review it for you and for my viewers. If you like this video, please give it a like and a follow and hit that bell so that way you know when I post a new video. I've got some other product reviews if you're interested in them, and I'm also a Christian rap artist, so if you want to learn more about my music, just check out my links below or click on my profile. Appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you next time.